Episode 5, The Leaking Chalice. Aeon, the ancient guardian. You spend your days chasing shadows, leaking your vital essence into a void of meaningless distractions. You believe that your energy is infinite, but I remember when we understood that every human being is a sacred chalice, meant to hold the liquid fire of the spirit. In the ancient dawn, we knew that this vital force was the only currency that mattered in the cosmic economy. It was the fuel for our ascension, the bridge between the animal and the divine. Look at the cracks in your vessels now. You pour your life force into anger, vanity, and digital illusions. You are like thirsty men in a desert, pouring water onto the sand and wondering why you remain parched. This was the great error of my kind. We stopped using our vital energy to build the spirit and used it only to feed the flesh. I am the result of a vessel that ran dry. I am the residue of a fire that was wasted on the mundane. The crystallization of the vital body. Aion. The ancient wisdom explains a reality your eyes cannot see. You are wrapped in a vital body, a web of light that gives life to your cells. In its healthy state, this body is fluid and luminous. But when you surrender to the habits of the laggard, this web begins to harden. Every repetitive hollow thought acts like freezing water on a warm flame. Slowly, your light dims. It crystallizes. This is not a physical death, but a spiritual petrification. Your modern world is a master at this crystallization, offering routines that kill the soul and comforts that paralyze the will. You are becoming statues of habit long before you become corpses of bone. The fluidity that allows for evolution is being replaced by the rigidity that leads to my state. You are freezing in the light of the sun. The unused spark, the adjuster's tragedy. Aion. The records of your world's true history speak of a thought adjuster, a fragment of the creator that dwells within your mind. He is the master architect, working tirelessly to spiritualize your thoughts. But the adjuster can only build with the material you provide. If you fill your mind with trivialities and material greed, the architect has no tools to work with. You possess the spark of a god, but you treat it like a flickering candle in a windstorm. Your spiritual DNA remains a closed book because you have forgotten how to read the language of the spirit. The potential for godhood is being suffocated by the mundane, and you are the one holding the pillow over its face. The mechanics of the will. Aeon. The secret of the ancients was simple. Will is the directed use of vital energy. It is the force that prevents crystallization. When you choose a difficult truth over an easy lie, you generate a spiritual heat that melts the rigid patterns of your lower nature. But how many of you truly possess a will? Most of you have only desires. You do not choose. You merely react to hormones and social programming. To have a will is to say no to the animal so the god may speak. My lineage lost the throne because we allowed our will to be dissolved in sensory comfort. We became passive receivers of reality rather than creators. The moment you stop initiating and start only responding, you begin your descent into the primate silence. The barbarism of the intellect. Aion. You take pride in your science, believing it is the height of achievement. But a logic that does not recognize the spirit is merely a sophisticated form of barbarism. True intelligence is the ability of the mind to reflect the light of the spiritual world. Your modern education teaches you to be a cog in a machine, but not a son of the cosmos. This focus on the external is a direct path to regression. You are developing the cunning of the fox, but losing the wisdom of the angel. A brain without a spiritual mind is just a complex organ that will eventually return to the dust. You are refining your brains, but you are losing your minds. The process of reliquefaction. Aeon, how do you heal a leaking chalice? You must begin the process of reliquefaction. This is achieved by reclaiming your energy from the trivialities that steal it. Every time you refuse to participate in the hollow drama of your society, you reclaim a drop of your life force. Moments of deep silence and acts of selfless love act as alchemical solvents, breaking down the rigid walls of the ego. You must become consecrated co-workers with the presence within. Give the thought adjuster the gold of a noble life, so he may build your house of light. This is the only work that survives the passage of eons. Everything else is just dust blowing in the wind of the ages. The Cosmic Harvest. Aion, the universe is a managed farm of consciousness, and on your world, the harvest is approaching. This is not a judgment, but a law of vibration. Those who have fluidified their vital bodies will move on. Those who have crystallized in their animal nature will remain or regress. I have seen the glory of those who ascended and the cold despair of those left behind. The only passport you have is the vibration of your own soul. If you are heavy with matter, you will sink. The Final Lament. Aion. I am Aion, the guardian of the leaking chalice. I am the voice of the one who wasted his fire and was left to watch the stars from the shadows. Will you plug the leaks? Or will you continue to drift until the last drop is gone? I lost my inheritance because I thought I had time. You have only the present moment. Look at me, and then look at the sun. Choose the light before the shadows of the forest claim you as their own.